Okay, go on.
I'm watching.
YouTubes. Gotta go to the YouTubes and make sure everything is going up properly.
I'm watching for it, dude.
Up on the tubes.
There you go.
Because we don't want to embarrass ourselves lives.
More than we already do.
Yeah. Where are we here? Are you seeing anything yet, sir?
Nope.
All right. It should be up. So let's go home. Let's go to my channel. We are at 688 subs. I see something there. I see something. Two people are watching already. It's you and me.
Your sign says 400 subs.
Yeah, I know. That's an old that's an old sign. So we're exploding so fast. That was that was this morning. So
there we go.
I see it. Yeah, I see it. What color do you guys want, by the way? We got, before we go live to the actual show, and hello everybody out in TV land, if you're watching this, you're gonna see some behind the scenes stuff here for next episode. But I want to know, first of all, what color would you like today, folks? What color works? I don't know if I want blue. Would green work? Nice color, or yellow, red? Any choices today?
It's very video gamey.
Green?
Yeah.
All right, green it is. We'll do that. Okay, I'm going to share my screen here. We got next episode. We're doing a Kahoot, and I got to make sure you guys can work it. I already tested it with the mystery guest for next week. So I need
Kahooting all over the place.
Yes, I need to see if it works for you guys.
Kahoot at my pants.
So the two things you need are a phone, and that's it.
So, like one of Steve's hallway phones?
Yeah, let me go upstairs.
I think it works especially well with rotary phones. So
dude, that'd be great.
Let's see.
He's in the hallway.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. Can you hear the music, by the way?
No.
Perfect. That's a good thing.
Okay.
I'm going to share my screen.
Take your word
Let's
for
see if you can. So this is not the Kahoot. Do you see waiting for players?
Yep.
Awesome. Okay. Just put in name in right now. And this is not the Kahoot we're going to play. This is one I set up for my own class. It's about Doritos. But I want to know.
What is Cool Ranch?
Strangely enough, Cool Ranch is not involved in this test.
The best Doritos flavor ever.
So, hey, you know what? We could do a Kahoot if anybody else is out there and wants to play this Kahoot with us. We're not going to play the whole thing.
Kahoot along.
We got your Kahoot along. Now, if you put a nickname in there, I'm going to just put.
Do I have to go to like an internet or something on my phone?
Do I have to go to an internet?
You are so old. There I am.
Such a boomer.
That's a boomer. You're a boomer. There we go.
Oh, there we go.
Cancel.
624052.
So I'm up there. So you guys can see the number. Okay, so far this is working well.
Yep.
If you put a swear word, it will not allow it. It will actually give you fake. Remember we did that before, Jamie?
Yep.
It won't allow you to
find the exact limit of their autofill.
Well, when I made the Kahoot for today, the word shitty was in there and it would not allow me to publish it. So far, Jamie's having troubles logging in.
I feel like I need.
No, I'm coming up with a name.
Fancy hat. Look at the fancy hat.
Yeah, a moose wearing a top.
Yeah, I did allow you to do it. You're carrying giraffe.
What were you trying for?
Dude, I was trying the word fart.
Ooh.
That's the first
go
word.
Look out. I'm going to get us shut off of YouTube.
I want to see if this totally works here. So this is Doritos. 3, 2, 1. It allows me to do it as well. Which company is the parent company of Doritos? Is it Coca-Cola, PepsiCo, Unilever, or Nestle? Now, you're right, it is PepsiCo. To remind you guys, you get points for getting it right, and you get more points for getting it right faster.
Right.
So already Hosenose behind. Now, I
just
do
like
know
in
this
life.
Quiz. Well, the word Dorito is based on the Spanish word loosely translated to mean
a whale's vagina.
Golden triangle, flavorful, fried golden brown, or intense. It is fried golden brown. I wonder who got that one right. Why, it's me. Oh, that's a surprise.
That's because
like
you know some Espanols.
Well, that and I actually wrote this quiz. So
Oh yeah.
That.
Doritos were launched in what year? 1966, 1974, 1980, or 1985?
Going with that.
It is 1966.
Wow.
God damn it, I suck.
So
Me too,
we'll do a
man.
couple.
I'm right there with you.
We'll do a couple more, then we'll stop. I'm glad this is working though. I'm on fire. Now in the game we'll play in next episode. I will have my device, but I'll only play as Ralph. Gonna always be the same answer. It'll always be A. What it allows me to do, it allows me to control the speed of the game and just go over the questions. So
good old rock. Nothing beats rock.
Rainbow Doritos were only available to those making a minimum donation of how much to support LGBT youth? $10, $20, $50, or $100?
Go big. Go big.
$10.
Not big enough.
Inflation now, just wait a couple days. It will be $20 normally. So
You know whose fault that is. No, I'm not gonna say that.
Oh, look, Tony found us.
in 2008, they made a mystery flavor Dorito. What flavor was it? Squid ink, honey garlic, Mountain Dew, or guacamole?
I really hope it's Squid Ink. That would be hilarious.
Is Mountain Dew.
I'm on the board.
Is that the first question you got right?
Yeah.
Now, if you're watching out there and just want to join us for a couple, we're actually going to stop this real quick. We're just testing it for next week's episode. We are going to be talking about the Wizard, but why not start the Wizard talk with a little bit of video games? So,
is this like a beta test?
Beta. The odds of getting a habanero flavored chip in roulette is 1 in 3, 1 in 6, 1 in 8, or 1 in 10. It is 1 in 6.
Yes.
Oh, he's climbing up. Oh, he's overcome the carrying.
Oh,
giraffe.
yeah.
Jamie,
But it looks like a
down to
sad
third.
koala.
What flavor is this? Hummus, garlic,
mushy.
mayo and honey, or tuna? That is Japanese. It is tuna. Oh, you guys got it right. Good job. Nicely done. Now, just so you know, the more you get correct, you get bonuses for, it's like if you get in a row.
For a streak?
Yeah, like a streak. Yeah, which I have right now.
Can I put
What
that on my
flavor is this?
Facebook page?
Yes, totally. Fondue, honey, mayo, garlic and lemon, or milk?
Milk.
Yeah.
What percentage?
0%. It's a chip.
Fondue. Isn't that just cheese?
Yeah.
It's a special type of cheese, sir.
Gruyere?
Gruyere.
I don't know.
You guys suck at this.
I got it right.
What flavor is this? Beer and Swiss, cheese and almond, sauerkraut, or beer and sausage?
Well, I mean,
It's cheese and almond.
cheese and almond.
Yes, that one throws
What the
you
hell
out
was a
because
beer
of the,
doing there?
I know. But there's also cheese and almond in the picture.
Because you had to be drunk to eat that.
Right? Yeah, when you're drunk, that would look like the best flavor of chip.
Oh my God. Together at last.
Oh, hey guys, glad to catch you live finally. Tony, thank you for coming out.
Tony.
Sir. We're stopping this soon here. We're actually just going to get set up for the show.
Oh, you know what Tony reminds me of? Sorry, Tony, this is not you specifically. What's your name?
What does that remind me of?
Tony. Fuck you, Tony.
Oh God, yeah.
Sorry, again, not at you directly, Tony. One of my favorite internet videos.
Touch that dog.
And cap at that dog.
All right. What flavor is this? Is it milk and honey, sour cream, cheese and honey, or roe and mayo? I forgot this one. Oh, it's roe and mayo.
Delightful.
Yummy, yum, yum.
I should have went with the more weird one.
Oh, here we go. This is
That's
for
where I
you,
fell down.
Jamie. Tony.
Tony.
And then he responds with,
Yeah.
left my ass off.
What's your name?
Tony. Yes. All right. A couple more here as I destroy you guys. Oh, you got it right. I didn't know anybody got it right there.
You can't say you're destroying us if you
I
wrote
am.
the
I'm
quiz,
double your
Rob.
What flavor is this? Sausage, beer, sauerkraut, and bacon and eggs.
There's no picture. Oh, there it is.
This is a tricky one because there's sausage, beer, and it feels German.
Yeah, I'm going with a weird one.
What?
Damn it.
Sausage.
Yeah, the sausage one felt like the easy answer.
After the
Really?
almond one, it threw me.
Yep. Yeah, it's up is down, black is white, dogs and
Cats
cats
and
living
dogs.
together.
That's scary.
What flavor is this? Coconut, cane sugar, salt, or onion?
Cocaine.
Oh, yeah. That's cocaine flavor.
Just cane
This
sugar.
one's from Bolivia.
chips.
Just diabetes.
It's salt.
Salt.
You know,
Not salt and
crazy
pepper.
flavors.
Not salt and vinegar. Just salt.
plain
Straight up
plain
salt.
chips, basically.
Do you like licking salt? Are you a horse?
There, yeah, we put it on a chip for you. You're welcome.
Pho, stir-fried chicken chow mein, or hot pot? I think
I'm
it's
locked
this
in.
one. I think I remember this one. Oh, I was wrong. It was stir-fry.
Oh wait.
Damn it.
I thought it was hot pot. Oh, well. Nobody moves. All right. Do a couple more, and then get it going.
Yeah.
All right. What flavor is this? Lemon and garlic, mayonnaise, sour cream and brown sugar, or yogurt and mint?
Yogurt and mint.
Who's that individual on the
It's
label?
yogurt and mint.
Oh yeah.
I think that's a soccer player. I think it's a
I'm
great
such a
flavor.
fool.
All right. Last one.
All right, here we go.
What flavor is this? Avocado, wasabi mayo, lime garlic, or grape and salt?
Okay, so this one feels like an easy one,
Mm-hmm,
but it keeps surprising me with the dumb ones.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, there we go.
So looks like Rob's in first, Hosenose in second, and the carrying giraffe is in third. Okay,
The
we'll
18th
stop that.
carrying giraffe.
I will stop that for now. Stop screen. It's going to be hard for people to actually play live because there's such a delay, and they won't see the questions till later. But this is good. This is good news because it tells me this is working. So I'm going to get the game ready for next week's game and open up my screen here. Sorry, you don't see the stuff happening behind the scenes. How's things going, guys?
Super duper.
Go on, man.
I'm still tired. I'm still tired from
you and me both.
yesterday.
Did James take flight?
I'm jealous because I've never gone to that.
Dude, that one is so good. It's worth coming over for.
Yeah.
It's always in the middle of a week, which is kind of messed up.
So if it's on a week I'm on vacation, then okay.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's worth it though. It's my favorite event.
I like this. I can just block out Steve and the creepy guy. I won't play with it. But Jamie, you'll be happy. I was testing it all out, making sure everything worked.
Yay! Testing it before we go live. Revolutionary.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you just have to go live to test certain things out. Yes. That's kind of that's what happens sometimes.
What are you, an 80s TV producer? Just fuck it. We're doing it live.
Okay.
I'm not going on until I get my goat.
That
I get my
name
Danish.
was not from the 80s.
Yeah.
Get the weather guy. I don't care.
Yeah.
You'll be happy to know there's Simpsons questions on the quiz next week.
Oh, Steve's gonna crush me on that one.
Yeah, but then the rest are gonna be Ghostbusters.
There is a couple Ghostbusters.
Oh, is there?
Yeah,
I
a couple
thought
Ghostbusters.
would be
a couple of Canadiana for our Canadian host Steve, and and some for our guest coming on next week as well. Special guest.
So excited for this special guest.
Yay!
I'm just totally going to get your hopes up and just going to deflate you when they show up. So
if a recorder comes on the screen, I'm
Rob in a hat.
Yeah.
Mr. Black.
Yeah.
No recorder. I swear to goodness, there's no recorder. But
I've heard that before.
Yeah, well, that was an accidental broken promise the last time I said that.
That's called a lie, Rob.
No. It was an accident. A lie's intentional. We've gone through all this.
No. Yeah, and you were wrong then. You're wrong now.
I was wrong, but it wasn't a lie. It's only a lie if you mean it to be a lie.
Nah, you can lie accidentally.
Like climate change.
Oh, are we getting political? I need more whiskey for
that was
this.
the second
just-
political
yeah.
joke so far.
I'm just kidding.
No politics,
See,
please.
Tony's
No,
excited. It's all about Ghostbusters in Canada. Let's go.
Yeah, see, Tony gets it.
This guy gets it.
So, do you guys want to start the show?
Yeah, that's what we're here for, man.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I like a little bit of the pre-ramble here and a little back and forth. And we got tested. We did a live test, which was awesome.
Oh, there's Gene, just in time.
Goofosaurus, hiya Goofosaurus.
Hello there. No, that's not my line.
Hello there.
With Rob, he doesn't care.
No.
I don't care. I'll steal it. I didn't steal it last time.
Taking everybody's cash. That's because you forgot.
So I got one in the bank.
No, you don't. Taking everybody's catchphrases.
I walked out there and I said, the hose goes into the nose. No way.
Hey! He's stealing my bit.
I'm surprised that when you troop with Steve, you don't walk out and go, kick the tires and light the fires. Woo!
Woo!
And Steve goes, dude, now I can't walk out and do it because then I look like the jackass.
More so.
Now I'm going to do it.
Hey, everybody.
Steve, are you coming up to Vancouver, by the way?
And Deedly Doodly.
When are you doing that?
The 26th.
For the comic toy show?
Yeah.
Okay. Hell yeah.
With AA Run.
Yeah.
Okay, we got to talk because I have Scott that weekend and I got to make sure that we can organize things properly.
Scott can sleep in the car. It's all good.
He likes sleeping in cars. Right, Scott?
He'd be so excited about that.
It's
because the catch is I don't even know if I'll be able to make that first trip because
I'll be there.
Soccer game. So
right.
But I will sure. So we'll talk about that later privately. So. All right, you ready for the let's get to the hang on, I gotta get my information ready. Where'd my book go? Getting all the research ready. Did you guys do any research for this?
Nope. I specifically did not. I didn't even watch that video you sent about extras.
Oh, you should have watched that.
I'll watch it. I've seen the movie now. After we do the recording, I'll watch it. I am curious about it.
Before we start, did you see the extra that was that I was hinting at?
I think so.
Okay, we'll talk about that.
Save it for the show.
I'm 99.9% certain.
All right, cool. All right, let's what I'm going to do, we are going to remove you guys and introduce you properly. Hi, everybody. It's just you and me now. Let's do the starting soon. Welcome to the Outer Rim Gift. Oh, shoot, I got the wrong song. Shoot. All right, do it again. We're doing it live. Here we go. Good thing I can't hear these guys. Welcome to the Generation X-Wing podcast, a modern look at a retro lifestyle. My name is Rob Williams. I can do it again. Doing it live. Here we go. Welcome to the Generation X-Wing podcast, a modern look at a retro lifestyle. My name is Rob Williams, and I'm here with
Jamie. Welcome to the next 60 minutes of your life, Millman.
Now, Anil and Steve 3 can't make it today, so we got the other Steves. Hosenose Steve Lewis. Say hello, Steve.
Ahoy, hoy.
Ahoy, hoy. Can I steal that bit?
No.
Okay.
Dude, why are you even asking? You're gonna do it.
Yeah, good point.
Thanks for coming in again, Steve. Really appreciate it. We were talking off air about what movie to watch today, and I gave you a bunch of options. One of the options you really did not want to watch was Wild Wild West. And at first I thought you were just joking.
No.
And you were
Steve doesn't joke around about
I will fight you.
And then after you said no, you didn't want to watch it, you were kind of like, I was just assuming. Thank you one more time. I was just going to assume he'll do it anyways. And you were actually like, you're pretty much, I'll fight you to it. I will not go on the show if that's the movie you're watching.
Dude, you have to.
I paid money. I saw that in the theater. That was enough.
No, you don't get a choice when we review movies, dude.
Yeah, you really don't. So today, after we went through another list, and typically when Steve's not here and Anil's not here, me and Jamie kind of go video game the route. And I threw out Super Mario Brothers. There's a couple other game videos that we talked about, but I think was it you or was it Jamie that suggested The Wizard?
It was James.
Yeah. So
No, it wasn't me. I thought
Wasn't
that was
me.
your pick, Rob.
oh,
My pick was
maybe-
MXC.
Oh,
from
that's
Homies.
right. We even said MXC, and Steve was not having that either.
It wasn't. I just haven't seen it.
Dude, I forgot how many MXC references we made over the course of the recording the belt review. Like, holy crap! That like watching the whole video edited in a row. Now I'm like, did we make too many references?
There is not such a. There's no such thing as too many. We repeated
Yeah.
the
Tools
Kenny
and
Blankenship
talent
twice.
appreciated the reference, and that's all that matters at the end of the day. Or he's humoring us. He's like, "Wow, I'm never working with those idiots again."
We are going to do an MXC episode eventually. Yeah, it's got to happen sometime soon because it's so much fun. I mean, after the video, you and me just sat down and watched a couple episodes of it. As well as Bob's
Absolutely.
Burgers.
Dude,
So,
so good.
oh, it's so good. But
So good.
today we're watching something I wish I could say is more exciting. It really wasn't, but it is still nostalgic.
Good spoilers.
It is The Wizard from 1989. This is a pretty big movie for a lot of people. I don't know about you guys, but you saw this. Did anybody see this in theater? I didn't. No,
I didn't
right.
see movies in the theater when I was a kid.
Hard no.
All
Hard
VHS
no.
all the time.
When's the first time you guys saw this movie, Jamie?
Basically the instant it came to home video.
Oh, okay.
I was so excited for it. It was right in my wheelhouse. I feel like I was the target audience.
Well, how old were you when it came out?
What year did this come out?
89.
89.
What year was I born?
I don't know.
26.
So I 1926.
Right,
No,
Jamie.
I was 10 years old.
We played with the paddle and ball, you know,
Yeah.
buddy stick.
And yeah, I was all in on like Nintendo and video games, everything. Yeah, this was 100% my wheelhouse.
I think you might be called the target demographic.
Yes, absolutely.
Well,
Yeah.
how old were you, Steve, when this came out?
When was I born?
Yeah.
I was
You're-
13. I was 13.
I should put that quiz on the test there, or that
Yeah.
test.
How old is Steve Hosenose?
So, how old were you again?
13.
13.
Yep.
Oh my God, I just realized how much older I am than you guys.
Yeah.
So I was.
A
This
little
was my
bit.
last year. This was my last year of high school when this came out. I was in grade 12 when this. So I never watched it in theaters. It wasn't my. I liked NES, but it really wasn't something I was getting into. It was like
Yeah, I was
kid's
gonna
movie,
ask, like,
so.
as like a 17/18-year-old, did this movie interest you when you saw
No.
the ads?
I honestly don't remember this movie actually ever existing until the Angry Video Game Nerd mentioned it.
Mhm.
I knew about the Power Glove. I knew all about that stuff.
So then when was the first time you watched it?
It was full time. It was about 2 days ago.
Yeah. So same here.
But I did see pieces and bits. Like when AVGN did a quick short review of this movie, almost like 10 years ago. I think everybody did a review of this movie 10 years ago. I watched bits and pieces, but I never really got a chance to sit down and watch it because I didn't want to pay for it and I didn't want to do anything for it. But I'm kind of glad I watched it now. It's actually it's nice seeing. It's kind of a cool retro movie and seeing the excitement on some people's faces when this movie came out.
Yeah.
Now how many years later? So it's kind of cool. But it was an interesting movie. And we'll get into that. Let's go to a quick rundown of the movie itself. Again, as I said, came out in 1989, December 15th, just in time for Christmas. So buy your Mario 3 game. Starring or directed by Todd Holland, written by David Chisholm, starring Fred Savage of Wonder Years, Luke Edwards, Jenny Lewis, Beau Bridges, Christian Slater, and he made about $14 million off a $6 million budget, so double its money. I can tell you right now that Siskel and Ebert thought it was the stupidest thing, but then again, hang on, we gotta stop the show. Tony's got to go to bed, so
No!
I guess we gotta stop.
Everybody go
Okay.
tuck Tony in.
Go tuck Tony in. It's a little right into the mattress there. But thanks for popping by, Tony. But the basis of the movie is 7-year-old Jamie. I'm going to read straight from Wikipedia here. 7-year-old Jimmy Woods lives with PTSD after his twin sister drowned 2 years earlier.
Spoilers.
Yeah, we're getting it. So Fred Savage decides to kidnap him of the insane asylum he's in. Now I'm just going off script. He pulls him out of the insane asylum, takes him all the way to California, runs into a girl there, and all three of them head to the video game competition with $20 in their pocket and a hope and a dream, I guess.
27
lunchbox full of dreams.
And lunchbox full of dreams, yes. And they make it to the video game contest and fight for their life against a world that freaking hates them. And
lunchbox full of dreams, children's shoes, other weird, creepy things.
I really should have written down I really should have written something down on this thing. Yeah. But it was a kids movie there to advertise Mario Brothers 3, Nintendo games, and so much advertisement here. So name some advertisements that were being aimed at
7-Eleven, when the creepo, this gentleman, was tending to his new black eye and he was dipping it in the Slurpee.
Yeah,
I actually laughed at that. That was funny.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some high fructose syrup on there. That'll help it.
Right? This won't get infected. Yeah. It's cold.
It heals what ails you.
Like Hostess, they had they jumped in a Hostess truck.
Yep.
And just ate their way through a pile of like ho-hos or whatever.
Well, I think Fred Savage likes the Ding Dongs. I think
Ding Dongs.
Yeah. Which are now called King Dons, if they actually made it all anymore. Yeah. They're my favorite, by the way. What else?
Rob likes Ding Dongs.
Yes. King Don. What else? I can think of 2 more.
I don't know. Was Pepsi in there?
It must have been.
Pepsi I don't remember Pepsi being in there. No. We had Universal Studios, which was opening up I think months later. Yeah. Universal Studios Hollywood. It was opening up, I think, months later after this. And don't forget Visions and gambling and Visions
Reno. Visit Reno, kids.
Reno, definitely. There must have been.
Yeah.
Visions t-shirts were all over the place as well on the bad guys.
But that was the style of the time, though.
The onion on the belt.
I remember I remember all the kids back in the day having Visions or Ocean Pacific.
TLC.
Right? It's all those skate brands, right? So
Quicksilver.
Yep.
Yeah. TNC was just dying around this time, but TNC was big time when I was in high school. But so obviously the Power Glove that was we said Nintendo, but the Power Glove was being pushed hard at this time as well, because a lot of these games just like let's make sure we sell everything. It's December. Let's get that Christmas list loaded up.
Yeah.
What'd you guys think of the movie? Let's start with Steve here. What'd you think of this movie so far?
As a 48-year-old man, not so much. But do
you think you would have liked this as a kid?
No, because I didn't watch it as a kid. I knew about it.
Were you into video games as a kid?
Well, not really. So I was always that kid that watched his friends play video games.
You're a poor kid.
Yeah, or went to the arcade, just stood in the back and watched the guys play.
The pre-Twitch kid.
Yeah. I didn't get a Nintendo till like well after they had come out and was all the rage. So I don't have that
Nintendo or Super Nintendo.
No, Nintendo.
Oh wow!
With Duck Hunt, I remember getting that for Christmas one year.
Yeah, same here.
So I don't have that same nostalgia vibe that I think a lot of people do for this movie. But it's a kids movie. I'm not going to poop all over this. It's a kids movie.
Yeah, you go in knowing what you're going to expect. Kids with no parental supervision, money falling from the sky, able to travel around the world without a problem.
Yeah. So, I mean, basically this movie it's a kid's fantasy, right? It's I can run away from home with what are the bad things that happen? Some hillbillies steal my $87 and we smell like cows. Fred Savage gets slapped once Like nothing bad happens. You're going to play video games. You're grifting your way across the country playing video
And you're
games.
going to get chased by a bounty hunter.
And you're going to get chased by a children's bounty hunter.
Yeah, children's bounty hunter.
Which is a little odd. It's a little odd.
That is, he says it several times in that movie.
Yeah,
that
this is how I make
is
my
his
living.
business, specifically children.
Yeah, don't cross me.
I didn't want to say anything, but yeah, you look like that guy.
Who, me?
No, not you. Sorry,
No.
Steve. You're wonderful.
Well, now that's open.
No, the creepy gentleman behind you giving you the secret sex eyes. Yeah.
That guy. Yeah, that guy right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Jamie, what about you? Did you enjoy this movie when you first saw it?
When I first saw it, absolutely.
Really?
Yeah, I loved this movie as a kid. It was just, I mean, it's a freaking 2 hour and a half Nintendo commercial.
Mhm.
Who wouldn't like that as a 10-year-old in the 80s who's an avid Nintendo player?
Mhm.
Like it had the Nintendo, like the helpline, it had Nintendo Power Magazine, had the Power Glove, it had Ninja Turtles, and it had a giant competition on the big screen with a game nobody had ever seen before.
Did you notice that it seemed like they were really pushing the turtles hard?
They were.
Like in a lot of those cutscenes, it was like them playing turtles.
Yeah, Turtles, Ninja Gaiden. That one was
Ninja
big
Gaiden.
too. Yeah, I saw a Metroid was in there, and there were some other ones, but yeah, Turtles was featured heavily. Ninja Gaiden,
RC Pro-Am was in there.
Yeah,
Rad
That was one of my
Racer.
faves.
yeah,
Rad Racer for sure.
Yeah, Mario 2 was in there. So yeah, it's an hour and a half Nintendo commercial. What's not to like as a 10-year-old kid? Yeah, it was great.
So now, what do you think? Seeing it all these years later,
It did not hold up. I mean, surprisingly,
you can hear the disappointment in his voice immediately.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, surprising no one. It a 90-minute Nintendo commercial doesn't hold up as a movie.
Again, first time seeing it in full. I mean, you guys, I don't know if you guys realize this or not, but I do enjoy children's programming. It was one of the things I was thinking of doing before becoming a teacher. I was thinking about going into children's programming and writing, and I studied it a lot. I really enjoyed the whole world of children's programming and how to educate children, and even the stuff like stuff like this is not educating, it's just there to rot their brains, but at the same time create a fun story that they would connect with, that 20-30 years down the road it'll be burned into their brain and have this feeling of nostalgia, like I did with Sesame Street, for example. I always talk about a Sesame Street moment, which is one of those warm fuzzies that I feel when I see something that reminds me of my youth, of my 3, 4, 5, 6-year-old youth. So seeing this, I was curious to see it in that sort of perspective, and it checked all the boxes of a Nickelodeon sort of thing. And when Scott was watching kids shows, I'm recognizing all the same things as I said earlier. No parental supervision, all that. So it was interesting to watch this, but at times it kind of confused me. Like, is this still for kids? I get it that it was the 80s/90s and they're talking up a little bit. So I think there was one swear word. Touching the breasts sort of comment was like, that surprised me a little bit, but at the same time it was still a little fun to watch, but it was dated, and there was a lot of things. I have a lot of questions for Jamie, because being a video game kid, there's things that I look at it now and I'm trying to turn my brain off, like, well, that's just so unrealistic, especially when it came to video games. Like, how the friggin' frack could they play any Nintendo's game system on an arcade machine just in the 80s and 90s? Like, they're going to Vega or Reno, and he's playing some Nintendo game. How is that possible? How were they playing Double Dragon? How do you get 50,000 points within 30 seconds? All that stuff. I tried to let go of that.
How did he beat those boomers who were playing Double Dragon? That's what I want.
Oh yeah, those boomers, they were trained.
I don't know, kid. I'm pretty good. And he's like, ooh, look, they're the best marks ever. They're businessmen.
Yeah, they got the shirt and tie. Like, no, those guys wouldn't touch that thing with a 10-foot clown pole.
Yeah.
If it was during the age of Pong, I could see that happening. but video games have been around for at least about 10 years now, like solid.
Yeah.
Businessmen are pulling out at this point. They're not involved in this anymore.
Phrasing.
So,
but yeah, the Nintendo thing in the arcade, yeah, I feel like you're right to call that out, but I feel like there was, on very rare occurrences, machines like that.
Oh yeah, there were.
There was also, like, most of the time you would see like the arcade version of those games. So not necessarily like Mario, Zelda, or anything like that. There's no way you're playing Zelda in a friggin' arcade. But like Mario, I did see the occasional Mario machine. Again, it was super rare. But like Contra, for example, you would see the arcade version of Contra. Like Double the Dragon. NES version, Double Dragon too. The NES had those games, but they were scaled down to the console. So like you're not playing straight Nintendo games most of the time. Now, I did notice that the cabinets were like I can't remember the exact terminology, but it was like a choose 10, like where it has a bunch of Nintendo games on the cabinet. Yes. So again, not unheard of.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I should have written that down because I did read into that, but they don't, you can't find that in a Reno casino.
They were not common at all.
So like, did that bother you at all? I mean, not to nitpick this.
A little bit.
Yeah.
It was mostly just like I being a video game kid and like a Nintendo kid, I frequented my fair share of arcades back in the day. And it was just unrealistic for an arcade to have one of those machines. Like they all had the same machines, and those kinds of cabinets were never found in like your run-of-the-mill arcade. So like it bugged me a tiny bit, but watching it as an adult, I'm like, oh, it's a 90-minute Nintendo commercial. Of course he's going to be able to play these in an arcade wherever they go.
Yeah.
I did appreciate that the dad and the brother were basically anytime they stopped, they were hooking up the console to the TV and going. That I appreciated.
And I think that kind of also plays into the kid fantasy thing, because the dad at the beginning was like hard ass, follow the rules. How dare you drive my truck? And then by the end of it, he's the kid. Yeah. He's the one who's hooked on the video games. He's the one who's driving.
He's coming around
truck into another person's vehicle for some reason. He's doing all these childish antics, right? So.
Yeah. Well, I was going to ask this question near the end, but I may as well ask you this question now because, you know what? I apologize. I'm going to wait till the end because I want to talk about some things at the end here that relates to what you're saying. So, you get time?
No, that was a timeout for you. You're calling.
Yeah, sorry. I was thinking about it, and I don't want to rush this question, so I'll hit it at the end. I want to focus on other things here. So. We typically start with characters that we enjoy. I want to start here by seeing Christian Slater in here surprised the shit out of me. I was like, I had no idea he was in this movie. Even though seeing reviews, I totally forgot Christian Slater. I was so happy to see him there.
So was this like pre-Heathers, post-Heathers? I don't know where this fits in the Christian Slater timeline.
I think this is post-Heathers. I feel like Heathers came out before this one.
Yeah, and got him pump up the volume.
Yeah.
So, that's television. So
yeah, like pre-Cuffs.
This was after
Robin Hood. Yeah,
after Heathers, before Pump Up the Volume.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So he done. Let's see here. Tucker, the Men. It's like some other small things. This is one of the bigger ones. He did Heathers, obviously, which is really big. But after that, Young Guns 2, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, so on and so forth. So, so this is after Heathers.
Yeah.
I have a technical question.
Shoot.
Because I don't know, maybe I wasn't paying attention or whatever. Where did they actually live, and where did this adventure start?
Utah.
It was in Utah.
It was in Utah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So it was it was funny because I just one of the first notes I had when watching this movie was like, holy cow, everybody's a dick. Like everybody's just a dick. The police officer, he's a dick. The people in this. The stepfather's a dick. Okay, I get that. The typical stepfather thing's supposed to be an asshole, but then every time they run into somebody, they get robbed in the car, in the truck. They're dicks.
Honestly, I felt like that was kind of obligatory, in that it felt like someone at some level was like, you cannot make a movie marketed for kids that encourages them to run away from home.
Yep.
and
Yeah.
hitchhike because they will get murdered and be on the news.
Well,
So
and
like they had people being dicks and like, oh, you're gonna get your money stolen. You're gonna
Yep.
have to hang out with cows, and you're gonna get chased by ruffians and trucks.
But they got
Yeah.
saved by Hell's Angels.
and
It's
truck
true.
drivers.
Now they didn't say Hell's
Yeah.
Angels, but the song that was playing, "Send Me an Angel," which I
Yeah.
was excited about. I love that song.
I
But
one of my notes was, who are these people picking up 13-year-old hitchhikers?
It was the 80s, man.
It was the 80s, and also because
travel.
when your kid runs away nowadays, that's an Amber Alert.
Yes. I was
That's
gonna
not-
say, what year did Amber Alert come into being?
Yeah, that's not. Let's hire a creepy pedophile bounty hunter to get our child back.
Yeah. Yeah, like, dude, if and I am not a parent, but if I was a parent and a guy looking like that, not you, Steve, the guy beside you,
This guy.
if a guy looking like that, like basically looking like Toph from fucking Raiders of the Lost Ark comes in and says, I'm a bounty hunter specializing in children. Big dude, yeah, you just stay there. I'm just gonna call 911. No reason, just hang out.
You just
Don't
stay
go
there.
anywhere.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
The Amber Alert system began in 1996 when
Okay,
Dallas
so
Fort
after.
Worth broadcasters teamed with local police to develop an early warning system, but it wasn't officially endorsed until 2002.
No,
Wow,
I wasn't
that's really
sure if
late.
it wasn't like after this movie.
Right.
It was
Put
before
this
and
guy out of business.
We got a code Fred Savage. I repeat, we have a code Fred Savage. Or,
Did you
or
like Fred
Jimmy,
Savage?
Jimmy Woods or whatever.
Jimmy Woods.
Jimmy-
Did you like
Jimmy
Fred
Woods.
Savage? I dug into
No.
this one. No?
I like.
Sorry, Steve, go ahead.
No, you go on.
I was just gonna say I don't remember Fred Savage being this bad of an actor.
He was,
I
this was
know
Fred
he's
Savage.
I know he's a kid,
Yeah.
and I know he's Fred Savage, but like one, he wasn't any different than anything else I'd ever seen him in at the time.
Very true.
And two, like none of the child actors, and again, I know the child actors, but none of them struck me as being particularly good.
Mhm.
Even like I was kind of looking acting wise for Beau Bridges and Christian Slater to save the movie for me, and they didn't.
I actually like the kid actors in this one,
Really? I mean, the
Jimmy
best one was
was really
Jimmy,
good.
and he said like 3 things.
but that was what he did what he had to do.
Yeah.
He
I mean-
was legitimately not bad, but
Like,
everyone
he's
else
really doing a
was
lot
just-
of face acting.
Yeah, he was. I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
A lot of smizing.
Smizing.
Smizing?
Yes.
No, it was-
Smile with your eyes.
Oh,
Uh,
I see.
Tell
Yeah.
him where you got that for, sir, just to make you feel good.
where I got that from?
Yeah, where does smizing come from?
I don't know. I think I got it on RuPaul.
No, it's very close to it. I believe it's Naomi Campbell from the
Well, yeah.
The model
Yes.
runway show.
but
Yeah.
yeah, tangent. I got it from watching Drag Race. So,
But
okay. So I did like Fred Savage in this. I don't know,
Yay.
and I
Thank
think
you.
it's because the one thing was I was the same age. He's only 2 months older than me. I looked this up.
ooh.
That's all my research I did for this. And this was when Wonder Years was on, and I was a huge fan of Wonder Years and first crush on like everybody else on Winnie Cooper.
Yeah.
But so I don't know. For this that's where my nostalgia thing I think kicked in a bit. It was like, oh, Wonder Years, that's the
That's
guy.
fair. Yeah, and it worked kind of opposite for me because I also liked Wonder Years.
Mhm.
But the whole time I'm watching this movie, I'm like, holy crap, was Fred Savage always this bad of an actor?
And I just watched Princess Bride the other night too.
Oh, yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
and he was
And I
great
mean,
in that.
Thankfully, he's not in it for a lot, but yeah.
He's in it enough.
Yeah.
I dug Fred Savage in this. because he did the right thing. He was a kid actor who was playing an adult type of role. And
Yeah.
He did what he was meant to do. Give me Fred Savage. That's what I want, and that's what you got. And
Yeah.
I mean, the dialogue was silly. The whole kissing thing and that
Well, the dialogue felt like it was written for older
Yes,
people.
these were adults that did not know how to write for kids.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole thing about when he goes to Reno's buying that chocolate bar and is acting like, here, keep the change. I mean, that's stereotypical goofy.
Buying the chocolate bar from like the cigarette girl.
Like a
Yes.
child cigarette girl?
Yeah, I was like, I stopped that. I
No,
looked
she
at
wasn't a
Amy, I'm
child,
like,
but she did look. She was the same height.
no,
for
that
sure.
was a child.
That was not a child.
Yes.
Yeah,
That
she
was a
wa-
child working in a
was
Reno casino.
Totally. She was selling like chocolate bars and bubble gum. It wasn't like cigarettes, cigars. It was
Like
like,
that is child labor.
yeah.
Okay, I'm going to check that out again.
Yeah.
Because, like,
casino
and you
or
look
not,
at
that
it-
was illegal.
It
'Cause
was
I heard
like
somebody
a-
else say that, and I didn't agree
I think it
with
was like a kids arcade in the casino.
Yes.
Yeah.
Instead of a big ball pit, it was like park your kid at the arcade
Yeah.
while you go play craps.
See, I appreciated having the arcade in a casino, but like for the movie, for real life, no, don't bring your kids to a casino. That's horrible. But yeah, so like it was kind of on the surface without like thinking about it and just like shutting my brain off, like, it's cute. They have a little girl, cigarette girl running around selling chocolate bars. But then Steve, I assume you do the same thing where you're just like, wait a second,
Yeah.
that's not okay.
Yeah. That was a
Yeah.
definite double take. Like, what the what?
Yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah.
another box on the bingo sheet of shows and movies and TV directed towards kids. The kids usually have more adult jobs than they really should.
Mhm. Well,
I don't
That's a little too adult.
yeah. That
It's
reminded
Reno,
me
baby.
of God, I forget the name of it. It's another movie, and it was Jodie Foster as a kid and everything. It was like a Bugsy Malone type thing. Like I forget the name of it, but they were like 12-year-olds all pretending they're gangsters in the Chicago whatever.
Yeah,
Totally reminded me of that with this girl walking around with
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah. No, that was
It
not
was
okay.
Bugsy Malone. Yeah.
It was Bugsy Malone, yeah.
Yep, 1976.
Yep.
Not okay, Fred Savage.
I didn't think it was. I thought it was an adult.
It was a cute moment, but that was definitely a not legal age to work person that sold him that chocolate bar.
Reno's a hard city, man.
No, I don't want to think about that.
Anyways, so did you have any favorite characters then, Jamie? Besides
No.
Fred Savage?
Like, no, everyone.
None?
No.
Not even as a
Everyone
kid when
bugged
you
me.
first saw this?
I mean, when as a kid, you know, like every kid who watched the show was like, yeah, fucking Fred Savage is awesome, and everybody had a crush on the girl.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, yeah, she's wisecracking, street smart. Yeah, and she's super
Cosmopolitan
cool.
reading.
Yeah, exactly. Like, ooh, but no, watching it now, it's like everyone annoys me with their acting. Like, kids are not.
Yeah.
The kids I can give a little bit of a pass, but like Beau Bridges, Christian Slater, I expect better. The child bounty hunter, just turn yourself in, dude. Like it's not cool.
Well, the whole bounty hunter thing, it was a catch and release program. I mean, when that girl screams, I touched my breast, they haul him out, but he's out of jail. Like
he's
he was out 5 years
straight
later.
up abducting children from an arcade. Like,
good luck next time, pal.
Physically,
yeah.
And the cops are like, the cops didn't even budge.
No,
until
nobody budged. No citizen
There's a
walking
cop
around
right
just
there.
Like,
yeah.
So they haul him out and just throw him to the streets
like, get out
instead of
here.
arresting him.
Yeah.
And also they don't even check on the girl.
No.
So, yeah, get out of the way. Let's arrest this dude.
Yeah.
No,
it
how
was all
are
bad.
you?
Yeah.
Do you need to talk to adults? You know, nothing.
All bad.
Yeah.
And then his follow-up line where he's like waiting on the phone.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh my God, it was so bad where he's like, touch her
Yes.
breasts. She doesn't even have breasts. I'm like, oh God, what?
You can't say that. You
What?
can't talk about her like that.
Who?
That's-
What?
Yeah. Yeah. That was.
I don't care if it was 1989. No,
For kids.
Yeah, it's for kids.
Jesus. Yeah. That's I considered like kind of just putting the kibosh on the movie at that point.
But you're already invested. You're like three quarters of the way.
Well, I mean, the only reason I didn't, to be honest, is because I had seen it as a kid and I didn't remember any more seedy shit happening.
Do you remember that scene as a kid?
Yes.
Do you remember how you reacted?
I specifically the one scene other than the Super Mario 3 reveal that I specifically remembered was her like shrill screaming, he touched my breast. Because as a kid, we're all like, oh shit, she said breast.
Yeah.
So like, yeah.
You're more concerned about the word she said rather than the context it was being used.
Because it's out of
That's
nowhere,
funny.
right? And like as a kid, you're like, oh, she said a bad word.
Well, and like you said too, it was like nobody was doing anything. This kid was being picked up and yarded
the kid
out.
is clearly not okay with it too.
Yeah,
like he's
and
screaming,
nobody says
kicking,
anything
fighting.
until she screams. It's like, what is going on?
Yes, not okay.
All right, so Steve, do you have any favorite characters?
Oh, do I ever?
besides the guy over your shoulder.
Oh, no.
No, that's not allowed, Steve.
Okay, so who's your favorite character?
I don't have a favorite character. No, come on. Come on, what are we
I did like the host of
California.
Video Armageddon.
He
Oh,
was
that guy.
creepy as hell.
He had a crazy
creepy.
voice, though.
Yeah.
That's
He
what
did
he
have a
got.
crazy voice,
but then
he
he's
did.
playing with
Yeah.
the girl's pigtails. Is like,
yeah, and he's like manhandling her by the shoulders and everything.
So
like, don't.
You're
touch
surprised
minors.
that this
Yeah.
child touching thing is
Yeah.
in this movie where
Yeah, like he was entertaining up until the point where he's manhandling the third contestant. I'm sorry, I can't remember her name, but I'm like, oh, and we're back to being creeped out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't okay.
Yeah, him just like doing the reveal and being Super Mario Brothers 3, like that scene is burned into my adolescent brain.
Were you excited?
Oh, 100%. I remember that being fucking mind-blowing as a kid.
You know that going into the movie?
Well, it was in the commercials.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Oh, yeah. Like the commercial ends with like them revealing like, holy shit, a video game that isn't out yet that everyone is waiting on is in this movie featured.
So they spoiled it in the commercials.
Yeah, 100%.
Interesting.
Yeah. But like that absolutely got butts in theater seats, right?
Yeah.
Like,
that's how you get people in.
I went from here level of hype to like here level of hype as soon as I saw that trailer.
That's pretty cool.
So here's a gaming question, Jamie. He calls it the magic flute. Isn't it the warp whistle?
It's a good question. I always called it the warp whistle.
Yeah, I thought it was the warp whistle.
So that's the thing and that's the thing that kind of bugged me is they storyline wise, it's this cool thing where, okay, you all are going to play a game that nobody has played before, but then they're all yelling like, oh, get the warp whistle, go to the warp zone.
Yeah. Like what?
And they're all
like
shouting like terminology and like insider information, like, oh, go to the warp. How do you know all this?
Yeah.
Well, I did think of it this way because you knew in the original first Super Mario, you could jump over the walls.
There was warp zones in the first Super Mario, so like in 1, 2, you could,
Yeah, so maybe that's what he was trying. I'll jump over the walls.
And it was the same thing for sure. Like he managed to fly over a wall, but like the Fred Savage and his lady friend were screaming that stuff before he even did it. Like, find the warp zone, get the warp zone.
Yeah.
That
makes no sense. I mean, the whole point system made no sense.
Also, yeah.
So they're going by levels, but at the same time they're going by points. And I saw one guy who was like, I hate myself for enjoying it, but he was literally nitpicking every single video game detail just to be that guy. And I kind of liked it.
You're a phony. Yeah.
Well, no, he wasn't doing it because he was angry. He just wanted to identify all the mistakes in video game.
You know what? Like, world. I can appreciate, like, as I was watching this, I appreciated the hell out of them using not only actual video game footage, but the associated music and sound effects. And it wasn't someone playing Doom, but you're hearing like Donkey Kong or Atari 2600 sound effects, like every other TV show or movie that shows video games. Like someone's playing Fortnite, but you hear like beep, boop, beep. Just like,
I think there were subtle mistakes here and there.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Other than that, nothing that was too noticeable.
For the most part, like I remember, and like he's playing Ninja Turtles. I'm like, yeah, that's the overworld music. Like they have it right. It's like that was really cool to see. Same with Mario 2 and 3. Yeah, it was great.
That last scene though, I was laughing because the whole way they would figure out who wins, and they had that video, the TV next to them with all the little knights running.
Like the knights running.
Yeah.
And it made no sense because I know back in the 80s and 90s, there was no technology that would keep up with whatever was going on.
No, absolutely not.
I'd also like to say that those knights weren't 8-bit.
No.
They're hand drawn.
Yeah, like everything else is nice and pixelated, and then there's like perfectly animated and knights. Why? I don't know.
But that was a cool entrance. Like when they were trying to escape the bounty hunter, and Jimmy wasn't showing up, and they just had to keep the show going. Raise the gate, and he's sitting there with like that cool.
He's got his
swagger.
arm on the podium. His cool guy
and
pose.
He didn't mean to be cool. He's just sitting there waiting for things to start.
Yeah,
it was a cool intro.
Yeah, awesome.
I dug that.
I even said to Eamon when we were watching it, the reveal with the set coming apart, the wall going up, like it was
like the
awesome.
lights and smoke. Yeah, it was cool.
Like, that was pretty. Even now watching it as a professional,
it would be cool.
Yeah, it just needed more lasers.
Yeah, agreed.
I
like
Sorry, I have to say it's because she's going to bed, but Goofosaurus says, thanks guys, you saved me 9 minutes I would never get back. I'm hoping she's talking about the movie and not our podcast. So
no, well, it's a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
Either way there.
Yeah, but I did like the set. Like the set and the production they had for Video Armageddon, and like having the over the top, just super animated host and all, like that was awesome.
It makes sense.
It's still awesome. I love that stuff. Like Rob, I sent you a Video and Arcade Top 10 clip from the 90s. With Nicholas Pickles doing the hosting and like showing that stuff, and like they did Video Armageddon. Like they basically took their cues from the movie The Wizard, and I watched that show as a kid, and it was awesome. Like I wanted to be on the show. It was great.
She wanted to confirm it. It was cool. The movie she's talking about, not us. So.
That's so kind.
Thank you. I feel better now. Was a verge of tears for a moment there. It did lay the path for, I think you probably noticed, Jamie, the video game, that cartridge that was a video game cartridge game. What the competition one that's like, it's worth like thousands of dollars now. Nintendo World Championships, I think it's called.
Oh, yeah, the one that you would have to like order and like mail in and stuff, right?
Well, it was before that. Like it was an actual competition. I know, like for example, Pat the NES Punk and AVGN, they both own a copy of this game. I believe they both. I know Pat does for sure. And it was a game that had different levels within it, from Mario Brothers to, I think it was a racing game. Excite Bike might have been in there, I think. But and you have to, it was all by points, and you have to get you play this game for a certain amount of time. It stops the game, on to the next level, and you had to Tetris is in there too, and you just had to get the most number of points at the end. And once you finish the competition, you get to keep your cartridge, and they're all numbered. And this game cartridge is worth a crap load. And just recently they re-released the actual, I believe they released either cartridge or the game on some format, I believe on Switch, so people can play on their own, just kind of retro feel. So it was kind of cool to see that now. But this, like I said, allowed that to happen, and all these different video game competitions start happening after that. So or at least being more popular, I should say. I mean, video game competitions have been around before that. But anyways, I want to talk about favorite scenes, anything that stood out for you, because I gotta tell you, one of the most jarring scenes in the movie, it wasn't the one about the girl screaming. It was that scene where at the pool and you see this cute girl with a short skirt, and it kind of blows up, and you're kind of thinking, is that underwear? No, it's her bathing suit. She's walking. Cut. Old man in Speedo. Immediately. And you're sitting there like, oh, she's pretty. Whoa, Jesus. And they just linger.
They leave it. Yeah.
Speedo,
that's a long cut.
Speedo in one sock.
Speedo in one sock, yes. ED, no fucks were given that day.
No. No.
I got the feeling that guy just kind of wandered onto set and just dared someone to kick him off.
Yeah, or he was there beforehand. He's like, nope,
I'm not moving.
I'm regular.
Here before you guys got here. Yeah, I'll be here after you guys leave. Yeah.
That was the most jarring for me. But there's any scenes for you guys that you enjoyed or did not enjoy?
Wait, are you saying you enjoyed that scene, Rob?
That's why I followed up with did not enjoy. Okay. Emphasizing. Never mind.
Yeah. That was a tough scene, Rob. That was really tough.
What about you guys?
James?
Steve? James? I'm not used to you calling him James, by the way. You've said it like 13 times already, and I'm still thrown off.
I'm used to it. Steve has always called me James, and he's allowed.
All right, James?
No, you're not allowed, Rob.
Oh.
I just said this.
Oh,
You gotta, yeah.
oh, that hurt.
Well, there's Katie.
I'm clutching my
Yeah.
pearls. Katie James.
No, just that's always been a Steve thing. Is Steve has always been the only one that ever calls me James.
Has he not let you call him James either, Katie? This is
No, I know. Yeah. See, Katie has a different name.
It's Jamathan. Jameson, I can see better because of his choice of drink, but
because I'm not drinking. Jeez, how to make me sound like an alcoholic.
So, what scenes for you, James?
I mean, like it or hate it, I do like the reveal of the Power Glove with Lucas. The line that he drops after playing, what was it, Rad Racer, was like, "I love the Power Glove. It's so bad."
And then the response, just keep your glove off of her.
And
You're my woman.
But like, dude,
yeah,
don't.
It's so bad.
Just, yeah, but like the Power Glove reveal was in the trailer as well. Like they in the trailer it was just him pulling it out of the box, popping it on, and be like, "It's the Power Glove." And every 10-year-old who was playing NES at the time was just like, "What?" Like, yeah, that was. They knew how to make a trailer back then to get 10-year-old butts in seats. Like,
but how did the Power Glove work when you're playing Rad Racer? I get
spoiler
the
alert,
wheel.
it didn't work like that.
It did.
The Power Glove sucked.
So it was
awful.
It never worked for pretty much every game. The fact that
it was
you could
terrible.
just do that was actually quite misleading. A
Yeah.
lot of people, first you have to put in the code of what game you're playing if it was actually compatible, and then a lot of the time you could maybe move fingers, but a lot of time you're just playing with the guard like that. But now with one hand instead.
Yeah, you're playing one-handed with a control pad basically that you're wearing on your arm because you think you look awesome.
I'll take two.
Right?
It looked cool. I mean,
it did. It looked cool. It was Nintendo nailed it with the marketing, but yeah, it was absolutely misleading. Like him doing the steering wheel thing. Like, no, that's not how that works.
Well, I do suggest watching AVGN and his review of the Power Glove. It is
it was
horrible.
Awful.
We were watching it and we're like, it's he's steering, but how is he braking or accelerating?
Exactly.
Is it like a motorcycle where he's got like twist his wrist?
No,
I don't know how it works.
No, you're asking the right question, Steve.
How is he signaling?
It's in his mind, man.
Signaling. Turn the key in the ignition.
The Power Glove could walk, so the Wii could run. That's usually how it is. So
the Power Glove sucked.
It was a horror. Most NES what do you call those things? Most NES add-ons like the Power Glove, peripherals, the mat or anything like that. They were all jokes.
Didn't they have that crazy like VR thing that
Virtual Boy?
That was a Virtual Boy. That was its own console.
Oh, okay. I thought
the Virtual Boy actually worked.
Yeah,
but didn't it give everybody like massive migraines and
absolutely and how? Yeah.
Thank you, Katie. Peripherals. There you go.
Yeah. But the Virtual Boy did work, but like the Power Glove did not. Like there was Robbie the robot. There was the action pad. There was the Power Glove. Except for the light gun, all their peripherals back in that day sucked. They were awful. They were just marketing gimmicks.
And you could even cheat the light gun because you put it right into a lamp and just shoot it into the lamp because all it's looking for is light. So
why am I learning this now?
Exactly. You wanna have your mind blown again? All my hack for the light gun was you turn the brightness up on your TV all the way, and then you just pull the trigger, and it's a hit every time.
Yeah.
Oh my!
No matter where you're aiming, like you could be aiming behind you. But if you pulled the trigger on the light gun and the brightness was up on your TV, it would be a hit.
Damn.
You got the NES like years after all this stuff happened, so you're like behind, dude.
Dude, the light gun was great.
Yeah.
I do vividly also remember, speaking of the action pad, like the track and field pad that you step on. I remember my friend just he's like, yeah, let's play track and field. And I'm sitting there like an idiot, like running on the pad. It comes to his turn. He gets down on his hands and knees and just starts going on the pad as fast as he can. And the guy on the screen is moving like at an inhuman speed. Like, you asshole.
I like this guy. Did he call you James as well?
No.
Oh,
No,
okay.
nobody calls me that except for Steve.
Okay.
Yeah,
James.
not even my parents call me James.
Okay.
No.
Sure.
Except when
Just-
they're pissed.
Wanted
But,
to be part of
yeah.
the club. That's all.
Yeah.
Okay, so music. I want to talk about the music in this movie.
It was pretty good.
For the first time, I was actually pretty happy to hear New Kids on the Block. I don't know why.
Yep.
Twice.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely twice. But I never liked New Kids on the Block. Listen to it now.
Me
It's
neither.
like, how did people really get into this
No.
group? But it was kind of cool to hear them in the background or something like that.
Well, it was of the time, right? Like
It was, definitely.
It kind of just sets the mood and the environment a little bit. Like for context, like at the time, like for a boy of my age, the New Kids on the Block were dumb.
Yep.
They were just the dumbest thing, and it was cool to hate them.
Yeah. The original haters.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember friends of mine, she was like full in, right? One of these.
Yeah.
And
Oh
she
yeah,
had-
girls loved them.
Yeah. She
And-
had
yeah.
binders, little like multiple binders full of like scrapbook stuff you get from like all the teen zines and everything and numbered.
Teen
and-
Beat and
yeah, it
Tiger
was-
Beat and whatnot. Yeah.
It was insane.
Yeah, awful stuff. So yeah, all the girls loved New Kids on the Block, and all the boys hated them.
Yeah.
Stupid Donnie,
Send Me an Angel was in there though. I love
Yep.
that. That I just
along with the Hell's Angels.
yes, but that's a great song.
It was a
Didn't
good
like the
song.
intro song.
Here's music trivia, which ties into again the very limited research I did for this movie.
Mhm.
The actor who played Haley, she grew
Yes.
up and formed Rilo Kiley, the band, from like they're pretty big early 2000s. Portion for Fox is that song I love. So I was looking this up. I'm like, what Rilo? What?
You knew
That
who the band
exploded.
was?
Yeah,
I never heard of the band. I read it and I was like, I've never heard this band
yeah.
before.
Listen to Portion for Foxes. That song rocks. Big
All
fan.
right, now I need to check it out. I do have some trivia for you guys. For example, when I believe he was punching buttons on the Power Glove, do you know what tune he was playing?
Was it,
Oh.
Close Encounters?
It was Close Encounters. Very good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you know that beforehand, Steve, or was that a guess?
That was a guess.
Was it?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
No
a
way.
great
That was a guess,
It was like-
and you know why? Because I was listening to some of your older episodes where you're
Oh, nice.
last week talking about Close Encounters.
Sick. That's awesome.
So that
I-
was more coincidence. than
I
anything.
mostly just appreciated with the Power Glove in that scene that you had to punch in the code for the game that you were playing, and that's what I assumed he was doing. I'm like, oh yeah, you had to do that. That's super dumb.
So a couple things about this movie. This was based loosely off of Pinball Wizard. Help me out
Tommy.
here.
Tommy.
Yeah, it was loosely based off Tommy, but it got more comparisons to Rain Man because of the subtle nuances of the kid
Yep.
related to who's neurodiverse. And people would discuss either that or PTSD, but still it had that sort of Rain Man feel for kids, which
100%.
which they would really try to back off. They really did not want that sort of feel.
That's actually
But,
what we used to refer to this movie as when I got a little bit older. Like when
Oh,
I was
really?
a teenager, was the wizard was Rain Man for kids.
Yeah. And it's hard not to see that someone who has a skill that's being exploited for. And
Yeah, did anybody feel bad for Jimmy?
at
like,
first I
he-
did
Did he
until
want to
he-
do the competition?
yes, he did, because when they
Or
got
did he just
robbed,
want to get to California?
he wanted both. Because remember when they finally get robbed at that drive-in theater?
Yep.
And
Again, robbed again.
Yeah.
Fred
Yeah.
gets
And-
slapped.
Yeah, gets slapped, get bitch slapped. But he's
Yeah, you had it
like,
coming.
yeah, he did. He got mouth on him. But they said, okay, they're just going to go home or whatever. But he's like, no, he actually speaks a full sentence for the first time in a while instead of his, as John says, California.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
the meme, right? For the that's the first thing anyone of that era have said. Oh, I watched The Wizard the other day. I
Yeah.
guarantee you, the first words out of their mouth are going to be California.
But he said he wanted to go. He wanted to go there. He wanted to win the competition, and
He
so
didn't want to be a quitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what they did. And then later on, they ended up at the dinosaur park. Now, where's that dinosaur park? What other movie was that dinosaur park in? And so actually around this time.
Was it
Before
National
this time,
Lampoon's Vacation?
No, but that's a good guess. I didn't think about that.
Crap.
Encino Man?
No, that's a good guess too.
Sorry, California Man?
Right?
It's a Tim
I
Burton
think about
movie.
that every time.
Tim Burton.
Yes.
Beetlejuice?
No, before that. Last guess.
No.
Pee-wee Herman's Big Adventure.
Oh, yes.
I always forget that Tim Burton directed that movie.
Right. Yeah. Okay, so about the dinosaur park and Jimmy's quest to get to that specific state. How did Beau Bridges and the family nobody remember that they had actually stopped and taken a family photo, and this is the happiest moment of their family?
Too. Yeah.
But only this kid remembered, and everyone's like,
yeah, literally no one else remembered. Yeah, until they get there and like, oh yeah, that was like our last family trip before our daughter died. Like,
yeah, I was bothered by that. I did like a little bit of the schlock that was in there, but it was stupid. So,
and so there's the curtain thing. They run up the stairs, and there's like, I love that there's like a display
like a little
case.
gift shop.
Yeah. And then there's a curtain.
Yeah.
What? Were there like puppet shows? What was going on behind that curtain?
That was just for storage or something.
Well, they're storing Jimmy's sad memories there now because he left his lunch.
Yeah, exactly. Now it's
thrown
haunted.
out the next day.
He left the baby teeth behind.
Yeah,
shoes.
It's haunted by the ghost of Jimmy's twin sister.
Yeah,
it's kind of spooky now you mentioned it.
Yes, yes, it
What'd you find, Billy? Somebody left his box
baby
with
teeth
baby
in a
teeth
single
here.
child shoe.
Fuck?
Jesus Christ! And a photo that's like kind of burned. Run! Start the car.
We gotta close the park.
Yeah. Get me the Ghostbusters.
Okay, Jamie. So who was the extra? We saw this video on extras.
Tobey Maguire's mullet.
Yes.
I should have gotten extra credit. Tobey Maguire was in this one.
Spider-Man
Apparently, he was just on set. I think he was visiting family or something like that, and you just kind of put him on the set or so.
It was great.
Steve watched this too. This guy did a great YouTube video on, he does videos on extras in movies and how crazy it can be. And so he invested
Did the Teen Wolf guy come up?
No, I don't think the Teen Wolf guy
came
up.
He's like the most famous movie extra ever.
This was focused purely on this movie.
Oh, okay.
So there was a whole bunch of kids like staring into the camera, and then repeatedly. Yeah. And there's one where this kid kept staring at the camera, so they replaced him and replaced with a different guy like the next scene, and he's staring into it even more.
I will say that I'm glad I watched that video, Rob, because that added to the entertainment of watching the movie.
Why did I not watch it before?
Because I was watching it, and I was watching with Amy. I'm like, ooh, watch this guy. See this guy with the cowboy hat? He's doing good. And then, boom, staring right at the screen, right at the camera.
Crap.
Yeah.
No, I wish I had watched it beforehand, because that definitely would have gave me a little bit more enjoyment.
Okay, so he wasn't an extra because he had a couple of lines. But did you recognize the actor, when they were signing into the competition?
So was that what's his face?
He seemed really familiar.
Yeah.
From I always know him from The Matrix, but
nope.
What?
Nope. Wasn't the ever Matrix? I don't think you'll get this, Rob, because you hate a certain show from the 90s called Seinfeld.
Who was he on Seinfeld? That wasn't Alexander, was it?
No. He's like he was in 2 episodes, but they're memorable episodes. I will say it involves a parking spot.
What? No.
Yeah.
What?
That's so phony.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Mike Moffat.
Holy
the guy
crap.
He gets his hand stuck in the trunk and everything. Where they're fighting over. That was that guy.
Holy crap. That's awesome.
Yeah.
He looked really familiar. It was bugging me.
That's him?
I meant to look him up afterwards, but I forgot.
Yeah, it's totally him.
Hang on, where else have I seen this guy? I see him in other things.
The Matrix?
He's Pirates of the Caribbean.
Wait, who's he in Pirates?
The bald guy with his sidekick with the missing eye.
Are you kidding?
Jimmy,
That's what
Johnny
it says
Depp?
right here.
Rigetti?
Lee Ehrenberg. I see pictures of him. I'm digging in further here. I'm digging in further.
Crap. Yeah, dig.
Right.
Dig, Rob, dig.
So
Katie Wild Rob Diggs. Yeah, Tobey Maguire had a non-speaking, uncredited role in this movie as one of Lucas's goons.
He was very awkward.
He was super awkward.
He was
on
the verge of being one of these extra kids that were like kind of almost staring in the camera.
Oh yeah, it looked like he had no idea what to do.
No,
he was one step away from doing this with his hands.
Yeah,
but
I think this got him the spot in Back to the Future 2.
Lee Ehrenberg.
That's right.
Of Pirates of the Caribbean playing Pintel.
Pintel. Sorry, yeah, it's Pintel and Rigetti.
1989, The Wizard, Armageddon Registrar.
Awesome.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
That was who I thought it was that guy from The Matrix who turns everybody in. He's a well-known actor. I just for some reason
Joe Pants.
Joey Pants.
Yes,
Joey Pants.
Joey Pants.
Yeah, no,
I thought it was him.
I would have picked it out right away if he was
Joey
Pants.
You see bald people and you're like, Joey Pants.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. That's Joey Pants. He's Joey Pants.
Okay, we need to turn that into a joke now. Yeah. Every time I see a bald guy in public now, Joey Pants.
Joey Pants.
Yeah.
Hey Aaron, you look like Joey Pants.
Or just
he's not watching. He's playing like your game right now.
Yeah, he's Joey Pants from now on.
Yeah, Joey Pants. Dude, that's a compliment. Joey Pants is great.
Yeah, he is.
I can love that guy.
He is.
Yeah.
All right, that's cool.
So that was Toby. So in the arcade in Back to the Future 2, I remember it was Elijah Wood, and the other kid was Tobey Maguire.
Yeah.
Was it?
Unless I'm okay. Fact check me. I could be wrong. I thought it was those. It was two.
You guys have a computer. Literally, I'm trying to control the show here. When you guys?
No. We're digressing.
No,
I can.
I'm a
guest.
look.
I will
Katie's
look. Yeah, I remember it being Elijah Wood. For
Aaron's
sure.
here. Joey Pants is here.
Joey Pants.
Joey Pants.
I really hope that Aaron just tuned in and he's now confused why we're calling him Joey Pants.
So anyway, that movie, The Wizard.
Oh, God, I'm crying right
Quality radio.
He says, "Oh, I'm here." Like he's very disappointed in us.
That wasn't a happy like, "Hey guys, I'm here." He's like, "I am here and I'm listening. I'm hearing the words."
I'm not angry at you. I'm disappointed.
Oh, it is not Tobey Maguire. So it's Elijah Wood and an actor named John Thornton.
Okay, I'm the worst.
Kind of.
I apologize.
I appreciate the reference. Because that was the first time I remembered kind of registering that one of the kids in the arcade was Elijah Wood. That was pretty mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Katie says she's here too, but Katie, until you shave your head, you're no Joey Pants. So
yeah.
Oh, sorry, I don't even. Okay, I did want.
Focus.
Oh, I really don't know if I should follow up with this one because this was a bummer of a fact that involved the Power Glove kid. You guys
Lucas?
know what happened? Yeah,
Is
you know what
he
happened to.
Did he have an unfortunate career in film afterwards?
I think death would have been better.
Oh, sorry, Lucas.
Yeah, he's an arrested child offender, sex offender.
Yeah, that is not happy news.
So he's not going to be making the cover of our.
He's a child bodyguard. Bounty hunter.
Sex offender. Yeah. I'm not going to make any jokes about that, but because I got a job to keep. But it is unfortunate. He's had a unfortunate life, but should have kept the Power Gloves to himself. Thank you, John. So you make the jokes, I won't. So, yeah.
Steve got it.
Steve.
Yeah, you got Steve with it. Congrats.
What are some other things? Okay, well, here's the question I wanted to ask at the very beginning. Oh no.
No.
I did want to ask you. I did have some really cool information here on alternate names for this movie in other countries. So,
Ooh.
in Germany, it was called Joystick Heroes. Brazil and Italy, The Wizard of Video Games. France, it was known as The Video Kid. Spain, Little Wizard. Finland, it was called Game Over. Sweden, they called it Game Boy. I don't think it was related to the actual Game Boy itself, which was out at this time. Quebec,
Good cross promotional.
Yeah, it is good cross. Get that Sweden, get those Sweden kids in there. Quebec, Child Genius.
That's generic. Do better, Quebec.
Well, Japan's didn't make any sense at all. Japan, it was called Sweet Road. So,
well, they're referring to that long opening scene of him walking down the road.
Where he gets arrested?
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah. Yes, Aaron, we did watch Captain N.
We've actually talked about
Rob and
I.
Yeah, that was an episode on that. We alluded to it at the start of this episode. Anytime this is Rob and I, we end up talking invariably about video games. And I think one of the first ones we did actually, where it was just you and I, we did Captain N.
It started the tradition of it's just you and me doing an episode. Let's talk about video games.
Yeah,
and we watched that. And it came around the same time as this because
I love
Super Mario World live action one with
Captain Lou Albano,
and then this one in Captain N, which was just crap. I mean, at least in The Wizard, it kept to a somewhat of a connection to the video games. Like Captain N, the characters were weird. They weren't related. They didn't look like the characters from the video games. It was just all whatever.
They changed the looks up, but like you're trying to make a character look like they do on an 8-bit video game console. So I feel like some creative license is warranted there.
Was this an anime? Was it an animated thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was animated. So like Link was Link. Like,
that was the closest you got.
Link was the guest spot. I think Simon Belmont was in there. I remember Zelda being in there.
Mega Man was in there.
Mega Man was in there. So like they were all, to me, they were all recognizable. But yeah, they were changed a little bit. But like King Hippo was a bad guy, and he was very obviously King Hippo from Mike Tyson's Punch Out. Yeah. So like they were recognizable enough.
Yeah. But it was just we saw the animation. It was really bad.
Yeah, it was rough. Like going back and watching it now, you're like, oh, this is not very good. But like again, as a kid, it was awesome.
Yeah, but that was around this time. I mean, Nintendo was like the biggest thing at this moment, and so they're trying to cap on all this. And this movie paved the way for that Super Mario Brothers movie, as well as probably some other stuff down the road as well.
Yeah.
So, okay, so one of the questions I want to ask you was what could have improved this movie? And the reason I held back on this one, because you guys talked at the start how you enjoyed how the adults were playing the video games, and I thought that was actually the worst thing for this movie.
It was a little bit awkward and cringy.
It was not just because
I enjoyed it.
Well, you thought it was a good idea though.
No, I said it was part of the kid fantasy where the adults are sort of digressing into children, sort of thing.
Yeah,
kind of that
100%
flipping that roles, right?
I agree with that bit.
Yeah,
but I think the kids should have had that system with them at the whole time and just practice on
I think that would have made more sense. The kids having the console with them instead of the adults.
I don't understand why the adults had it in the first place. What was the point of them?
Yeah.
I don't know. He did have a canteen though.
A canteen?
Fred Savage had one like those Vietnam era plastic canteens on his backpack and a skateboard. So,
I mean, I feel like that was just standard issue for an 80s kid on the lam back in the day. Like,
it was the
backpack canteen.
This will get me across the country.
Yeah, exactly. Like $20. Yeah.
And he also did bring a rubber mask and a giant plastic spider with him too.
That's right.
Essential survival things when you're on the road.
I did like that scene where he popped the rubber mask on and she decks him and puts him to sleep. Yeah. Just sleeping in the corner. Yeah, that was funny.
So sorry. He got slapped in the face once and punched in the face once.
Yeah, he definitely has brain damage. Yeah.
He should see a concussion specialist.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, she's got a mean hook, man.
Mm-hmm.
So what would you have done to improve this movie? Looking back at in 2024 eyes, obviously.
There's some heart there for sure. I feel like it should have been more about that. It just, to me, the whole time in this movie, it felt like they were just exploiting the kid.
Mm-hmm.
Like it felt like everybody was doing what they wanted to do, and they weren't really trying to figure out what Jimmy wanted. And like, I'm still dubious that he actually wanted to do the competition. I mostly just think he wanted, like, that was his ticket to get to California.
Yeah.
And that
Oh,
was
okay, I see
that
what
was
you're saying.
it. Like, I feel like he could have, like at the competition, he could take or leave. But it was like, sure, it made his friends happy, so why not? But yeah, it just there's a core of heart there. Same as fanboys, right? Like there's heart to the movie. You take that out of the movie, and it's just a dumb kind of poorly written movie. But yeah, you need that heart. And like yeah, all the adults were terrible.
Yeah.
Like they're and it just the stupid shit with the bounty hunter and the adults. Like I expect better from actors like Beau Bridges. And I know it's not his fault, like the writing and whatnot, but yeah. But yeah, there's all kinds of stuff that could have made this movie better. It could have been great for sure.
I think, and again, I know it's a kids movie, but I think they could have made the stakes maybe a little more realistic. You know, I'm not saying like they get, you know, picked up by hitchhiker and then they get kidnapped. You know, nothing like crazy, but
and now we're watching Saw.
Yeah, like lose Dog the Bounty Hunter here, and and have just like realistic, a little more realistic stakes. Maybe again, have the adults not be so goofy. You know, like, oh, the kids ran away. Well, let's hire a bounty hunter.
Yeah, instead of like calling the cops, the FBI, whoever. Let's hire this one idiot.
Or the police that say, hey, stop wasting our time with your kid running away.
Right?
That got me right at the beginning.
This I got a job to do. I can't be chasing your kid. Like, dude.
That is your job.
That is your job. To protect.
I'm going to set him free again so you can chase him.
Yeah, that's the protect part of that protect and serve model.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, I know it's a kids movie, but like just some of the things like the kids in there like coaching the guy on how to play craps.
Yeah.
That game is hard and confusing as fuck.
Also, she was just yelling random shit.
Yeah.
Hard 8. Like, hard 8. Like how do you know? Like, no, you're just setting that guy up to fail. It's not because you know the game. Like, it's dice. It's random. That was dumb.
It's a very confusing game.
Yeah, it is. I've tried to play before. I do not understand this game, and it's stupid.
It's you win. It's one of those tropes in movies where you want to win the gambling game, whatever it is. Like roulette.
Well, you're looking for
you just happen to know how to play
you're looking, but like there's no knowing how to play the game.
I want a 7. You get a 7.
Yeah, it's so dumb. Yeah, that was a dumb scene for sure.
By the way, I forgot to mention Spanky, who was the guy rolling the craps. The truck that he was driving was from Over the Top. It was Sylvester Stallone's truck.
Was it?
Nice.
Yeah. So there was a little.
Is it going to be that or the one from Maximum Overdrive?
Right. Yeah, I was kind of expecting that. No, I remember Spanky from Last Action Hero.
Yes.
He was the police captain.
I was rattling my brain until I figured it out at the end. Oh yeah, he's the guy that yells all the time.
Yeah.
So. Couple more things. Sorry, go ahead.
It could have been a good movie. There was, but I mean, it was so transparently a 90-minute video game commercial that it brought the whole movie down.
Yeah, totally. Couple things before we wrap it up here. The scene during when they're in Universal Studios riding that tour trolley, whatever they're doing, the guy just screaming, just sit down and have fun, damn it.
Oh, I was holding that. That was my favorite line of the movie.
Oh, was it?
Please sit down and have fun, god damn it.
Yeah.
The one of two swears in the movie. Right?
He nailed the delivery on that line. It was great.
Yeah. They were talking in the background like about upcoming movies that were going to be filmed at Universal, and there was this one that was starring Zsa Zsa Gabor and Pee Wee Herman. And I was like, I want to know what that's about. So.
Right. Yeah.
Other than that, I got nothing else. Steve, do you got anything else to add before we move on to rating this movie?
I regret my childhood, and I wish I played more video games. I got nothing. Other than in the 80s, my parents went to Universal Studios.
Yeah.
without the children. And
Nice.
it was great. They came back, like, oh, look, we went to California, went to Universal Studios and everything. And they showed pictures of my dad, like, holding up, the A-Team van and going to, like, the stunt show. And I'm like, and they brought me back. I was like, I don't know, 5 or 6. They brought me back a key fob. I'm like, I'm 5 or 6, whatever.
Right?
I don't have keys.
I don't have a key, let alone several keys to
Requiring
necessitate a fob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't.
I love you, parents, but I'm never letting you live that one down.
My God. Yeah, no, nor should you.
Did they win it, the trip, or they just decided to go without you?
It was some church-related thing. I probably wouldn't want to go anyway.
Okay. Well, maybe that's why they won. So, I get it. But stuffed animal would have been better.
My dad got to talk to Kid. I wanted to talk to Kid.
Right? Who didn't?
In next episode, we're going to do therapy with Hosenose Steve Lewis.
Yeah, we're going to discuss childhood trauma.
On the line, we have Mr. and Mrs. Lewis, parents. Direct from, where are they from now? East Coast?
Yeah, from Newfoundland.
They're from Newfoundland. Oh, we're going to have to get a translator in here.
Yeah.
So.
That's what Steve is for.
It's true.
All right, let's rate this movie here. The Wizard.
Oh,
Steve, I'm going to start with you.
5.5.
5.5. All right. That sounds about right.
I don't know. I didn't want to shit all over it because it's a kids' movie. That's the only thing that's saving it over from going under the 5s.
All right. Jamie?
I gotta give it a 4 out of 10. Like, it's there. Yeah, I didn't have a ton of fun watching it basically until the end, until they get to Video Armageddon. Like, that's when the movie takes off, but like that's the last like 20 minutes of the movie. It's like it was not great up until that point. Like, it was just a lot of just, oh, look, video games, oh, Power Glove, like, yeah. It's just, it was cool as a kid, but it just doesn't hold up. Like, there's a core of the movie that they just kind of like disregard. They would have elevated the movie and made it so much better just with a little bit of heart, but instead it's a giant video game commercial.
We watched the movie 8-Bit Christmas. And again, it same timeline, approached the same ideas, but it had a lot more heart. And obviously that comes with time, and over the years, people have understood how to make a better movie, how to write a better movie. But it's still, I was remembering this while watching The Wizard. And I was kind of
I'm happy I didn't think of 8-Bit Christmas when I watched this movie.
Yeah,
8-Bit Christmas was legitimately good. It had heart. There's a lot of heart there.
Wow. John says, I don't know Hosenose that well, but I wouldn't bring on vacation either.
He does say JK underneath. I would bring.
No, I don't see the JK. It's not there. I didn't see that.
I would go to Universal Studios with Hosenose in a heartbeat.
I would rate that key fob a 6.
Dude, a 0 out of 10. Are you kidding me?
It had a 4-leaf clover in it.
Oh, actually?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how that relates to Universal Studios, but
right. So what I've learned here is that your parents lied to you and they forgot to get you a souvenir from Universal.
Yeah,
they got it from the airport. Yeah.
Like, oh crap, the kids.
Oh yeah.
And we also learned that you can be easily bought off.
Well,
yeah, it's got a 4-leaf clover. All right, that's pretty cool.
Were you bought off by that key fob? Because it sounded like you weren't.
No, because I'm still holding that grudge.
Yeah, still gave it a 6.
I would too.
I gave the movie a 4.5. It's not a pass, but
can I change mine then?
Yeah,
sure.
Down to 5.
Yeah,
down. I mean, up to 5. No,
I said 5.5. So yeah.
Now I got to redo the. Okay, so the average I can actually do easier now.
Yeah.
So it's a 4.5 is the average.
It was, unfortunately, it didn't age well.
No, it did not. So not next week, but the week after, or one of the weeks after, we're going to be doing Signs with Steve. That's Steve's movie. And we're also going to be watching my movie as well. We did originally we want to discuss movies.
Wait, wasn't Wizard your movie?
No, it was not my movie. This was not my movie. I wanted to pick a movie for everybody. So I haven't got a choice yet.
Who picked this movie?
I gave a list of movies you guys wanted to watch. And every time Noe's here, we always pick a video game movie. So this was not one of my choices.
So this was nobody's choice.
This was nobody's choice. This is
fair. After watching it, that's
yeah. This
I think the Power Glove chose.
I will tell you though.
Yeah, Power Glove, but it's a monkey's paw. Yeah, like you're gonna watch a beloved '80s Nintendo related movie, The Wizard. Yeah,
it's frozen yogurt.
Oh, that's good.
It's got Fred Savage. Oh, that's bad.
Oh, that's bad.
But it's got New Kids on the Block.
It's got Super Mario 3. Oh, that's good.
That's good.
Yeah. Oh, but Lucas took a bad turn. Oh, that's bad. Later in life, Lucas took a hard downward turn. Oh, that's bad. See, that's monkey paw shit.
So I got to pick my movie later. I won't. We'll talk about it another time. But I did realize that we were going to discuss that it was the movie going experience. But then I realized the date we're recording this. It's on my birthday. So I want to pick a movie that I want to just pick a good movie for that day. And so I have to think about it. So
you don't want to listen to me bitch about the modern movie going experience on your birthday. I get it.
No, I mean, normally that I reserve that for Christmas, but yeah, we're going to figure out a good movie that I'm going to have fun with. And if I'm lucky, it will give you guys like a heart attack. So that'll be awesome. I want
if you're lucky, you'll all die.
Right. I just want to torture you guys, like recorder music or something like that.
On my birthday, I want you to go to the hospital.
I want to murder you. So thanks, Steve, for coming on the show. Thanks for all those who are watching live. Really appreciate it. John, Katie, Aaron. I think he left.
You mean Joey Pants?
Joey Pants
left in the huff, and and Tony was here, and Goofosaurus. So thank you very much. Steve, where can we find you?
You can find me on the gram at Hosenose Paints. I know it. All the little D&D minis that I paint, which I haven't done a lot of recently due to the ghost busting.
I mean, you put a lot of work into the ghost busting, though. That's Oh, Joey Pants is still here.
Oh, I'm still here.
I love how even via text you can it comes across as very disappointed in.
Katie's like, listen, Rob, you're all old. Maybe no heart attacks, please. Jamie, where can we find you?
Speaking of Ghostbusters, you can find me on our ongoing YouTube series on the Generation X Wing podcast YouTube channel, Ready to Believe. We just posted just yesterday. I keep forgetting what day it is this week. But yeah, just yesterday we posted a video of our belt review from Tools and Talent Props from a homies.
I want to make a t-shirt of that. I'm dead serious. I want to try and make a t-shirt of just Kenny Blankenship doing like that.
Send it to the internet.
Yes, we won't get flagged at all.
Whatever, just buy it before it gets flagged. That's all you need.
As for me, you can find me on Outer Rim Rookie Show on our YouTube channel. Like, subscribe if you haven't done that yet, please. That'd be so awesome. We're almost at 700. It's pretty good feeling that we're almost at 700. And I think we put on a good show, to be honest with you, because I've listened to a whole bunch of previews. I tried to listen to a whole bunch of previews on this movie, and I couldn't make it through the podcast. And I kind of like what we do here. We have a lot of fun. We don't we just have a lot of fun. So I'm not going to get too much into that, not crap on anybody else, but please like, subscribe.
What I would say too, when it comes to video editing and things like that, I feel like I am your biggest fan, Rob. If you go to our YouTube page and like watch the belt review video, for example, there's some really fun editing in there. Like it elevates the videos, and I still maintain that the snatch transition to Victoria is your magnum opus that will never be topped. Chef's kiss.
Come for the beard, stay for the editing. That's how it works.
Yeah, the beard gets the views.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Next week we're going to be doing some trivia, and we have a special guest you guys don't know about yet, so I'm going to keep it a surprise until we get there. But it's going to be a lot of fun. The trivia is going to be 80s and 90s pop culture. It's going to be quite bare bones, back to the old traditional way we used to do things of no bells and whistles and recorder. No recorder. I'm sorry.
It's going on record. We are live. Yeah. You cannot delete it from the internet. If a recorder makes an appearance, I walk.
Yeah. So yeah, I will let you walk. I'm not kidding. It's official. If there's a recorder, Jamie can walk.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
To walk. So anyways, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching live, and we will talk to you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. All right. So now this is where I got to do, before we end the stream, for those who are watching live, I got to intro the show. I forgot what episode this was. It's been so long. We were off for so long.
For the outro,
the sausage being made.
Yeah.
It's
I wanted to do the game over, but I realized that was Raul Julia from Street Fighter movie.
All right. I will do that then. Want me to put that in?
No, it's the wrong movie.
The Rookie's a lie. Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
I'm executive officer of the Falcon base now.
You have like 22 costumes.
Yeah, exactly. You've done a troop where you have worn 6 costumes. Yeah. I think that qualifies you as no longer being a rookie.
All right, let me do an intro here. So, okay. It is episode 436 of the Generation X-Wing podcast, and today we've got Hosenose. Say hello, Hosenose.
Hello, Hosenose.
And we're talking about The Wizard, 1989, so stay tuned.
Oh, did you just get it in one?
California.
It was.
Look at that.
Yeah.
After that fiasco that was the intro,
that was all.
You couldn't hear me or see me. But I was razzing you.
I could see you guys. I could see you down the corner there, and you were just kind of shaking your head. And I was like, I'm so glad I can't hear you guys right now. So,
oh yeah.
All right, so we're gonna end the live stream here. Thanks for everybody who's watched. Really appreciate it. We'll be back in 2 weeks, in October 17th, doing another live show. We're gonna think of a good movie that will be a lot of fun to celebrate on. And
so subjectively, good to Rob.
Yeah, that's
so what I hear in my brain when you say good movie is bad movie.
It will be like a movie that either I really truly enjoy or I just want to
like Waterworld,
create havoc.
Yeah, like Waterworld.
Like a Waterworld type of movie. But we've seen Waterworld, so we can't see that again. So
yeah.
So Aaron says you're welcome. So,
bad movie.
Katie found a new button. Is it the like button, Katie?
Did she subscribe?
Is it the subscribe button?
Did she smash that like and subscribe button?
Like button. I heard that if you actually say smash that like button, the actual like button lights up.
Oh, it makes it pop up on the.
I'm watching the live stream right now. I'm seeing if it does that. No, it doesn't.
Just say like and subscribe over and over.
I have seen it happen on other people's videos though, so it might not be a live stream thing.
I've heard that as well.
So, all right. We got to go and start the next episode, which will not be.
I see. Katie found the react button. If you go to YouTube, you can see the faces floating upwards.
We're such professionals on this one.
Yeah.
Internet.
Yeah.
All right. Bye, guys. Bye, Katie. Bye, everybody. All right. Here's where I
toodles.
Watch this. And there you go.
Can you still hear me? I'm gonna bring down the professionalism of this.
This is the sound of my voice on TV.
Okay, that's exactly what I thought of. This is my voice on TV.
I'm trying to end the show.
Treehouse of Horror classic.
World class.
All right. See you later, guys. Bye.
Prestige.